Hey, this is shots of the moon. Let's see if we can get it. I currently have my aperture at f20, ISO 100, shutter speed 125. The moon still looks pretty bright, so we're gonna keep shooting it. I'm gonna try a different angle, see how that works. This is the harvest moon, so I'm still getting it. I'm gonna keep it at the f20 aperture. I got about 3 minutes till the moon is at its full peak, I believe. We'll see how that goes. I'm getting pictures. It's looking good so far. Okay, it's 9:44. We're gonna try shooting. F-stop 32. I'm gonna change it back to f16, and I have my shutter speed at 125 and then ISO 100 still. I'm gonna increase my shutter speed a little bit because I'm not using a tripod, so I got it up to 1/200 right now. So we see a bit of an eclipse, which is really cool. So these are some of the shots I got. This is actually the first one I got. And while the edit now is kind of boring, I added on another preset where the contrast, the shadows ring around the moon, all these dots around it. Because once we get rid of or lower our shadows, you can see right there. Here's the second photo I have. These are all at this same focal length. I was not able to zoom any closer. This was all 300mm, and whatever is closer than this is going to be cropped in. Most of the shots you will see here are going to have either 1/125 shutter speed or 1/200, and then anywhere from f11 to a higher number than that. The ISO remained at 100 the whole time. Some of these shots ended up blurry, which is why I had to increase the shutter speed. I really like that high contrast, the high detail, texture, clarity on the moon right here. Now the moon is closer than it is usually, which is very helpful because I don't think I've ever been able to take a picture of the moon being this close. And this is the harvest moon and a partial lunar eclipse. So more into the edits, I have the moon, a lot of contrast, a lot of texture, and this is affecting the space around it. A lot of causing all of this grain, which isn't visible in some of them. I'm adding that preset on. So some of these just look normal. I really like the ones that are up close. The downside is this is all crop. And then the last one is probably the coolest to me. It looks like a Death Star, really. Overall, this was a really cool experience. I used the Nikon D3500 with the 70-300 lens. Something to note about this camera is that it has a 1.5 crop factor. So this really was 450mm, and I still had to use a crop on the photo. So that is something to be aware of. Other than that, please enjoy the photos that I took. This was a great learning experience.